Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this video is reviewing rational exponents. I'm in the process of grading your latest quiz, and I noticed some very common mistakes I want to start correcting now. So first of all, this is the answer key for our upcoming worksheet, which you will get tomorrow, and it's due after we get back from our break. However, it's up to you. You want to get done early, that's fine, but the idea is rational exponents is something that we can't spend a lot of time on anymore. It's something we need to keep reviewing on a regular basis, I guess, just to make sure we don't forget the language of algebra using rational exponents. And I want to emphasize, it is a language, guys. Algebra is a language in itself. It's just like learning Spanish, English, any other language. There's no point in asking why it works that way. There are certain things you just need to understand and use. And one of them is rational exponents. Okay, so let's take a look at these two problems on the worksheet. I want you to notice right here, I have n squared to the cube, or n2 to the 3 power. Notice here I have no parentheses. So which one am I going to operate on first? We always were told to do parentheses first, correct? So we are going to do the n squared cubed I left in purple. Okay, so what is the best way to do that one? Well, there is a rule that simply says that if I have n squared to the cube power, I know that a power on a power, the shortcut is to multiply. So hopefully you understand, I'm just going to go 2 times 3, and I'm going to get n6. Okay, so let's write the rest of the problem down. We still have a times 2m squared n cubed. Now, picking up the pace here a little bit, I want you to notice, follow the green, that now I have an n6. I also have a 2. I have it times the m squared times another n3. And since everything is really times, I repeat, follow the gold now, or yellow, everything is really timesing each other. There's a commutative property and so on that we can use to our advantage. And so therefore, long story short, the 2 is the only regular coefficient or number, so our solution will have a 2 in it. The m squared, there is no other m, so it's still m squared. And the n3 times the n6, now we're multiplying, but remember we add powers, n9. So again, going back to the original problem, guys, look right here, what I just circled in black or gray, is we multiply when it's power on power. We multiply when it's power on power, but over here, notice we were multiplying, so therefore you add. So when you're multiplying with exponents, the shortcut is to add. Okay, let's go a little bit quicker on 23. Notice right here, I have a parentheses with a 4 power on it. Obviously, I do that first, correct? So what is 2 to the 4? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is, of course, 16. What is u to the 4? Well, that's u to the 4. What is v4 to the 4? That is v16. Notice I multiplied because it was power on power. Now, I'm just going to quickly write down what's left right there. u4, v3. Now, remember again, everything is multiplying together. So, 16 is the only coefficient, so my solution will have 16. The u4 and the other u4, multiplying together, we add, so it's u8. And finally, what's left are the v's, right? v16 and v3 is v19. So here is my solution. 16, u to the 8, v to the 19. And I would like you to go ahead and pause the video and make sure you understand when we multiply exponents and when we add exponents. Okay, two more problems that I noticed on the quiz that really disturbed me. And so as you can tell, these are problems 9 and 11 on the new worksheet. So let's get right to it. Notice here I have a negative exponent, right? Notice on number 11, the difference is I have a positive exponent. So let's do number 11 first, since it's a positive exponent. Does everybody understand that what we really have here is 3b, and that little 5 right there is really a 1/5 power. So therefore, give me some more space here. I just simply take 3b, and I know it's therefore a 5th root. I repeat, a 5th root, okay, of 3b. Now what about that 2? Well, hopefully you understand that that 2 is a regular 2 power, so therefore I just need to square my 5th root of 3b. So that right there, guys, is simply the answer. What was a common mistake I saw on the quiz? You had these two numbers backwards. Okay? That's obviously not a good idea. The 5 right there is really what we call the index on the radical. Okay? That is totally different than this 2, which is a regular power. So again, the answer was 3b, 5th root of 3b squared. Okay? Now finishing up, going back to number 9, hopefully you understand I have 7m. And hopefully you understand that that 2 is really a 1/2 power. So that means I do a square root on it. The 5 is a regular 5 power, so I do a 5 on it. So notice everything's exactly the same as 11. What's the only difference? There's a negative right in there, isn't there? And guys, this answer is going to stay the same, except what does negative mean is we do the reciprocal of it. So our final answer is 1 over, because that's what a reciprocal is, right? We basically, if you want to call it, flip the answer down. But we're doing a 1 over square root of 7m to the 5th power. Okay, so hopefully, guys, you will pause it, rewind, watch this video more than once. Make it into notes if you're an avid. Okay? We must know our rational exponents much better, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, bye.